Guys, this is Apostle Ely. Thank you so much for joining us on Saturday, As Above, So Below. This is definitely Saturn energy. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Once again, this is just an awesome opportunity for many of you guys to take this opportunity to prepare yourselves for evolution and the things that are coming. And a lot of the things that I'm actually trying to get you guys to learn is universal laws. And so therefore it should make your practices a lot stronger and a lot more real. As you guys are being notified, a lot of times I normally come on late, but I want to come in and share. And as you guys are being notified that I'm live, this is going to be something. Once you guys actually watch this is really going to help you have a better clarity, understanding. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. You're going to learn a lot about banishing. Today is Saturday, and I really think that a lot of you guys misconstrue what banishing is all about and the purpose of banishing. And I want to be able to show you why it is important to have clarity when you're doing banishing work, especially he said I made it. Especially if you are Capricorn, especially if you are a Aquarius, and if you have those placements in your chart, you're gonna have a better understanding of this Saturn energy and how it is supposed to be actually helping and benefiting you. But a lot of you guys do not utilize that energy correctly, and so therefore you're not prepared for the things that actually Saturn prepares you for. You know, that's when you hear the terminology of Saturn returns. Saturn gets you in order. And the reason why I believe that a lot of you guys struggle in your spiritual journey is because a lot of you guys are slack. A lot of you guys feel that you can do stuff in your own timing and not realizing that in universal laws we are in cycles of life. You know what I'm saying? Nature operates in cycles. We got the summer, we got the autumn, we got the fall, we got the winter. You know, life operates in cycles, and when you get caught up on other things, you forget what cycle of life you're in, and sometimes you're not prepared for what is normally supposed to be flowing in your life and that you're supposed to be aware of. How many people to this day are still not ready for summer? They ain't ready for winter. We live in Florida, never ready for a hurricane. You know, it doesn't mean that things are catching people off guard, but Saturn causes you to have structure. Make sure that you are being practical in the things that you do. And even though spirituality is spiritual and it deals with invisible world, it is very practical magic. Okay, I just want y'all to understand that. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys that are being notified that I'm live. My name is Apostle Ely. I am the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say hello to Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, Capricorn. We got Quest Dreams. Greetings. All right. Thank you so much. Also to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys. It is so important that you understand spirituality and how to utilize this Capricorn energy, I like to call it. Blessings to you as well. Thank you for joining us. One of the reasons why I say this, because universal laws allow me to speak to those that are in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria, whether you're a shaman, whether you're Ajay, whether you're a witch, whether you're a mystic. Thank you so much. What's up, Erica? How you doing, Sagittarius from South Carolina? Karen O'Brien, thank you for joining us. All right, I'll chiming in. What's up, Gemini gang? Okay. Opposite of Gemini is what? Sagittarius. All right. We want to say also to my Christian buddies, I always do this. Blessing, daughter of Obatala on a Saturday. Yes. I want to say to my Christian buddies before you come in, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. And the reason why I do that, because sometimes they come in, it's like, oh, do you read tarot? No, I don't read tarot. Not against tarot, but I don't read tarot, okay? I want to say hello and to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Gemini and your, oh, okay, your moon is in Sagittarius. All right. Now, I know that some of you guys, especially if you grew up in a Christian church, even if most people, to be honest with you, even if they don't go to church, they'll tell you what the Bible say, okay? Most people that are not even devout Catholics, they have a premise of how they believe. People are not. What's up, my Libra? How you doing? A lot of times when it comes to spirituality, it doesn't matter what platform or tradition that you're in. There's some basic truth universal. There's some basic truth that are applicable to each and every one of you guys. And if you have a clear understanding of banishing. Now, this is going to be only for grown people. Y'all know my lives are not for children. And I know it's on a Saturday, but it's for grown adult people that are really in their practice. That's whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Christian, it don't matter. If you are serious about your practice, this thing going to hit home, and it going to hit home hard. Okay? And this is, I'm really trying to prepare myself for my classes. So I really weed out people that are not grown enough to hear the information that I'm going to share in my live. What's up, Ash Shade to Al Marie, my Taurus. We got Pisces up in here. Hello, Light and Progress, child of Oshun here. All right, Oshun. Thank you. Kimberly Dawkins, Cancer over here. Jealous Sweet Gemini. Now, this is going to make more sense to women, more sense to men that understand feminine energy. It is going to make more sense to people that work with pots, gree bags, any type of amulet. This is going to help you, okay? If you use talismans or any type of veve, sigil, patipemba, this is going to apply, okay? And I try to interlink things so no matter what particular, even if you got a prayer cloth, you know, prayer oil, this is also applicable. And I want women to understand more about what it means to be fearfully and wonderfully made. Because the more you understand that, then you're going to understand that when we practice spirituality, a lot of the magic that we do are based on feminine energy. And that's any man. I don't care if he's a root worker. I don't care if he's shaman. I don't care if he's a tata. I don't care if he's a polero. I don't care if he's an apostle, prophet. In order to do true magic and manifestation, you have to master feminine energy. And feminine energy is a chaos energy, okay? It is a dark matter energy. And if that man is a real practitioner, he understands exactly what Apostle Healy is going to be talking about today. Because this is Saturn. Saturn is the black sun. It is the dark aspect of the sun. And it is nothing but powerful energy, okay? It is the second largest planet in our solar system, in our particular solar system, okay? So, I want to talk about this. And my subject is guard. What's up there, A. Johnson? Thank you for being with us. These classes that I'm going to be dealing there, going to be quite in depth. So, I don't want to have some of you coming in there and you lost. All right. Now, especially to my sisters and brothers and those that have been initiated, this is going to be applicable to you as well. Now, what's up, Cuzzo? What's up? Now, my subject is guard. What's up, Shamari? My Cancer from Chicago. Now, my subject is guard the center. Okay? Guard the center. And I'm going to share with you where I'm coming from. I'm going to be starting from Hebrews, the 4th chapter, 14 through 16. And when you don't understand Saturn energy, it really causes you to struggle in your life, okay? You don't understand, because the metal for Saturn is lead. It's heavy. It's heavy, thick energy. It is the energy that we deal with on the earth plane. This is the energy, Tiamat, Gaia, Timla, Tyra, y'all got to understand, Tiamat, Mother Earth, Gaia, whatever you want to call the earth plane. That's where Saturn energy is most heavy, okay? So y'all got to understand that. So we're going to start with Hebrews 4th chapter, 14 through 16. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that have passed into the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast to our profession. For we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities. Infirmities mean weakness. But was in all points tempted or tested, like as we are, and yet without sin. Now, I want y'all to understand. To understand this energy, everybody is down here on this earth plane. If you were born on planet Earth, you came here to be tested. I need you to really get that on. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much education you get. I don't care how much initiations you get. I don't care how talented you naturally are. I don't care how pretty, whatever. If you have, you're still going to be tested. These life cycles is about you transforming into a higher version of frequency and vibration as a god or goddess. End of story. Whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, all of these sciences are about developing the individual soul by which we are existing in right now. Right now, from the time I was born to the time I died, this is the dispensation where my spirit or my soul is manifesting in Sagittarius. Okay? With his moon in Aries and the rising sign. This is what I came here to do. Okay? What's up, sent to Gemini? Now, it goes on to say, let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this, especially on Saturday, is that I want y'all to understand when we're dealing with, I can actually bring it up here. And I'm going to say this again. This is not colonialism. This is about manifestation. When you don't understand feminine energy, I want to talk to, if you are a Aries, masculine, Libra, masculine, Sagittarius, masculine, hold on, who else? Aries, masculine, Aquarius, masculine energy, Leo is masculine energy, Sagittarius, masculine energy, Libra is masculine energy. Okay, now when you got to understand masculine energy as a female in Ganga, or feminine energy as a female in Ganga, or I'm gonna use the word pot. Some people use the word cauldron. When you are trying to banish and when you are trying to remove certain things, you got to first understand why this is important as a woman. Your pot, which is your center, which is your vagina. No other word to say. Your pot. That's your center. That is the place of manifestation. That's where life and death dwells at the very same time. That polarity sits in every woman. That polarity. Every Tata, Mumbo, whatever they practice, they style their magic based off of the woman's anatomy. And when you're working with that pot, depending on what man or person or priest, because y'all remember we are all priests and priestesses after the order of Melchizedek, right? So when you are allowing somebody to come into your Holy of Holies, when you're allowing somebody to pass through your Holy of Holies and they are not clean, it disrupts your pot. It disrupts your Nganga. It disrupts your cauldron. It disrupts your energy. This is why when they tell you don't let nobody else touch your beads, or don't let nobody else touch your pot, or don't let somebody else touch your talisman or your gree bag, because when other people handle your stuff, it changes the energy or the frequency. They get that from the female, the body of the female. What's up, Sister Brickhouse, Sagittarius? When you are working magic, you have to know who's passing through the pot. I'm going to say it again. When you are working with manifestation, it matters what energy touches the pot. Even as a man, I care about who touched my pot, because I understand frequency vibration. When a woman's equilibrium is off, When a woman's hormones are off, her magic is off. This is why a woman is out of sorts. When your pot has been tampered with, when your pot has been the wrong priest have touched your pot, it throws your equilibrium out. Now, what you mean equilibrium? That means a woman's off balance, right? So in the universal law, we call it synchronicity. That means that you're at the right place at the right time with the right people. You know what I'm saying? When your equilibrium is off, you cannot focus. When your equilibrium off, you cannot target. You become scattered in your thoughts. This is why I tell women, when it comes down to being intimate, just telling you, Saturn, why you want to do cleansing? Because whatever priest, whatever person that you let pass through the center, and you're not guarding your center, and you're not particular about who's touching your center, and you don't know their state of mind, their state of frequency, and you allow them to pass through your pot, and you may be a water sign, they be a fire sign, you may be an air sign, they may be an earth sign, and you don't understand that energy, and you're not guarding your pot, and you're not tending to your pot, all of a sudden where you were able to prosper, all of a sudden where you were able to accomplish, all of a sudden where you were able to defend yourself, you become defenseless. What's up there, Karen Cartwright? All right there. Y'all understanding that? What's up, Boss Braids? Now, let me put this down here. Because I'm talking and these ashes are flying. Apostle Elin, what are you talking about? The same. What's up, Kim Johnson? Leo in the house. Great Lady 21 said, facts spoken. Now, the reason why this is important, guys, that if you're not holding your pot as sacred, the reason why they call it the Holy of Holies, and it says the Holy of Holies is a room of innermost and sacred area of the temple or the tabernacle. When you do not hold your body, my topic is guard the center. That's my topic. What's up, Darius? Now, when you don't guard, I'm talking about women, but I'm talking about men. I'm talking about gay, straight about. I'm going to talk about some deep stuff for a minute. Okay? The main thing is when a woman does not see her body as the temple. What's up, my Cancer from Atlanta? What's up? When you do not see yourself as sacred, then you do not guard your center, and you allow any type of priest to come into your Holy of Holies. And I'm saying that literally. When you do not understand, I am reading from Hebrews, the 4th chapter, 14 to 16. When you do not understand that center is the center of power, and it is a sacred space, it is a God manifesting area. The Holy of Holies is a innermost and most sacred area of the temple. It is a perfect cube. Remember, every woman down there has a triangle. It's shaped just like this, even the men. But a woman, that the child is supposed to be born through the triangle, right? We all know should know about the triangle, right? Should know. So this way, and you put both of the triangles, you get the what? The Star of David. But this is how it's born. So when you're birthing things to the earth realm, because that's when you have the upside down triangle, that means the woman is bringing things from the spirit world down into the natural world. That's why she birthed. That's why the spirit comes down on the woman, and it goes through her body, sits in her belly, but it is birthed through that triangle, which brings that spirit, whether it's a god or a goddess, into the physical world. That represents earth element. This sigil represents the earth element. So your body is designed as a woman, a man with a womb, to birth gods and goddesses into the earth realm. You're walking portal. When you don't guard that, when you don't protect that, you are allowing other types of energies to be birthed into your inganga, into your cauldron, into your pot. This is why certain children that are born when there's too many partners that have been into that nganga, those children have different types of spirits. Because sometimes people don't realize that without banishing a priest, this is why in the Bible, when a priest went into the Holy of Holies and he was not clean, he died. I'm going to say it again. When somebody comes into the Holy of Holies and they're not right and they're not clean, that angel kills that priest. When you are not sanctifying your nganga, you're not sanctifying your sinner, and you're not protecting your nganga, then there's other spirits that are coming in there and they're going to defile, and they're going to house themselves in that pot. Because in that pot, remember, there's energy, there's ashe, there's life created. And they're going to take over that nganga, and now all of a sudden you're going to be birthing things that you don't have control over. I know it's a little deep for some of y'all. I want y'all to know why we do banishing work and why banishing work is important. Why we do cleansing work. And if you are anybody that works with, creates any form of talisman for people, gree bags for people, sigils for people, dressing jewelry for people, they all going to tell you, don't let nobody touch that. Because it changes the frequency. And if somebody does it, you have to cleanse it, because you have to remove or banish. I'm going to say it again. You have to remove or banish that energy or frequency off of that particular item. When people come to your house and they're touching your doorknob to open your door, they're leaving energy. That's why we cleanse or banish that energy from our doorway. Any entrance is considered a pot. Your doorway, your car door, those are entrances into the innermost sanctum. Whether that doorway may be your house, whether that doorway may be your business, whether that doorway be your mouth or into your body. It said it's not what goes out of man that defiles him. It's what goes in the man's mouth that defiles him. Right? So, in the Holy of Holies is the Ark of the Covenant, which is a symbol of relationship. You should not have any priest touching your pot that is not in relationship with you. I ain't here to tell you what to do. I ain't here to tell you how you live. I'm just trying to give you some understanding from a spiritual perspective. If you have understand the natural stuff, you're going to understand the spiritual stuff. But if you don't get it as a spirit, the natural stuff, you're not going to understand it from a spiritual perspective. Okay? What's up, Shamari? When you're not in relationship, and you remember, two cannot walk together except they're in agreement. If you are not even in agreement about manifestation, he may be an atheist, you may be a Buddhist. He may be a voodooist, you may be an Orisha. There needs to be some type of harmony or agreement or some type of relationship before somebody touches the nganga, before somebody touches the pot. Even in Palo, you have to be a part of that mananza before you can deal with that pot or prenda. Right? So the same thing when a woman is not guarding her center and she's having people come in that are not in relationship with her or not in covenant with her, and they're touching her nganga. Look at the type of spirits that you are giving access to that nganga. And then what's up there, Pam from Atlanta? And then when somebody else comes to touch that nganga that you're in covenant with, you not only defile yourself, but you defile anybody else that touches that nganga. Now we all got to get cleansed, or we all got to do a banishing. That makes sense? It is also a place where a priest like me, when in covenant with my nganga or my prenda or my pot or whatever I'm working with, that's where it's a place of sacrifice. That's where you spill the blood. Remember, when a woman is a virgin, he first go in, the hymen is broken, the blood is spilled. This is why we do sacrifices on the pot or the nganga. It's still representation of the vagina. Every science, ATR, they do that because some of y'all just do it because y'all just think, well, I'm going to just kill. Let me tell y'all this. Before I go in. Please, for the sake of pigeons, ducks, camels, goats, please stop sacrificing animals when you are not going to obey. Stop wasting their blood. Stop wasting, please, please, please. If you're not going to do right, do not sacrifice another living force for your tomfoolery. Okay? Now back to why we sacrifice on the pot in the first place. In order for the nganga or the vagina to be active, right? It has to be filled with at least 32 ounces of blood, right? In order for the vagina to be stimulated, because I told you my lies for grown people. The same reason why we put blood and we sacrifice blood to the pot or the Ogun or the Zarabanda. Because that activates the pot or the womb in order for it to work and manifest. That's why we do it. I don't care if it's Santeria. I don't care if it's Palo. I don't care if it's voodoo. Don't matter. Even in Egyptology, the Ankh, the same concept. You spill the blood because it's a representation of life. But if you don't understand why it's important to cleanse, and on Saturdays, the art, true understanding today, the pot. Yes, yes, yes. You know, you're not just buying a black pot or iron pot. Remember, iron is the blood of the universe. Ogun, Zarabanda, Ogufare. Just trying to think of other iron spirits. But when you don't understand the science behind stuff, a lot of you guys are just doing stuff and you don't understand. It's not just about sex. It's about what you're allowing to pass through your pot. It's what you're allowing to touch off on your what type of man or woman. Even if you are a gay man, who is touching your pot? Who are you allowing to go pass through your pot? Because it's going to change your energy for the better or for the worse. If he or she is clean, you're gonna be fine. And they're gonna sacrifice at your altar. I'm trying to clean this up. They're gonna sacrifice at your altar, and when you climax, or when the ingredients start working, it's going to climax or release the energy or the spirit or the ashe. That's what the orgasm is all about. Releasing after buildup. That's why they be doing the songs over the pot, and they doing the songs to Ogun or Obatala, whatever they're working with. They're building up. They're building up. And then once they build up to a certain place, then you get climactic, right? So therefore the release. There's no manifestation without release. So if you don't know how to release the energy from your nganga or your pot or your, then you don't get nothing out of it. You get a rise, but you don't get a release. All right, then we got, I got to get this one to you. Leviticus, the 16th chapter, verse 2. Then I'm going to show you why Saturn is so significant to manifestation. What's up there, Exclusive K? Scorpio in the house. This is a good message for you. Okay, 16 verse 2. It said, and the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat. Now, a man should not be coming continuously through your nganga. You should not be going to your nganga 24/7. Your nganga needs a rest. A vagina needs a rest. A pot, your ancestors need a rest. You cannot keep going. There are certain things you should be able to do on your own without the assistance of your pot, your nganga. The same, I'm trying to show y'all, it's so parallel to spirituality. You can overwork a vagina just like you can overwork your pot, your cauldron. I don't care how much you feed it. It's tired. The muscles get tired. The pot get tired. It needs to rest. Go on. Let me see. Go on. It says, into the holy place wherein the veil be before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, which is talking about the ark of the covenant, that he die not, for I will appear in a cloud upon the mercy seat. Now, the pot, this is in the Holy of Holies, is where God appears, right? In the Holy of Holies is where God appears. I need y'all to get that in your head. This is where God appears, in the Holy of Holies. So if the Holy of Holies is representation of the woman's womb or the vagina, then that is why she has to guard and protect that, because that's where God sits, in that secret space. That's where life and death sits, right there. Who is life and death? God. Whether that's Oya, whether that's Ola Damari, any of the divine spirits sit right there in that space. Then when you understand that, that's where the sacrifice is taking place. Now I understand why it's important. Because if I allow this priest to enter into my nganga, into my pot, and he is not clean, he is going to defile the God that's on. Come on here, somebody, huh? You got to guard that, because if you allow somebody to defile the God that's on the inside of you, that's going to taint everything in your world. Remember, the nganga is everything. It is the mysteries inside the pot. And if the pot is compromised, everything in the pot is compromised. When you allow an unclean priest, a high priest, somebody that is not authorized to be there, and they are going into that space where God dwells, where God meets you, and now they are unclean. Now if they don't die, God said, I'll kill them first. Before I let you defile me, I'll kill you first. Ouch, I got you. What you saying now? Exactly. This is why in America they over-sexualize everything. Because they want, it's not about, it's about exchanging. Everything's about energy, y'all. Everything's about energy. Everything is about energy. Don't let nobody fool you. I don't care if it's a money sacrifice, it's about energy. I don't care if it's about fruits and vegetables, it's about energy. I don't care if it's about the crossroad, it's about energy. I don't care if it's about the cemetery, it's all about energy. And your soul is the living force or energy center. And when you don't understand that it's your responsibility to guard that center, just like it's my responsibility to guard my spiritual tool. Now, why people underestimate Saturn? Because you don't understand its significance in your life. With Saturn, you have the ability to banish. On Saturday, Baron Samzi, banish. That he is the Baron of Saturday. Cassiel is the archangel that does that work. Also, you deal with banishing work. Now, I have black obsidian. Agayu is one of the Orishas, a volcano. Divine energy ruled on Saturday. Apostle Eli, why do I need the... What's up, Shamari? The body is sacred because God is within us, which is defiling the temple. Exactly. Exactly. And God comes through you and through your womb, through your triangle, because anybody that understands dealing with right on the tip of my tongue, veves and sigils, we understand that when that triangle is pointed down, that's the earth sign. That's bringing it down. Yeah, black obsidian is a portal, a mirror of a realm. It's exactly. So it's also lava energy. It's also volcanic lava. Okay, that's how you get black obsidian, right? So what happens is you have to banish. Banish means to send away, to forbid, or to abolish something harmful from your nganga, from your energy, from your God, from your temple. Y'all understand? When you're doing a cleansing, that's to clean your temple so your God is clean or your goddess is clean. And then therefore when your ancestors or your spirit flowing through your temple, They can have a free course because your temple is clean. This doesn't mean you're not having sex. Doesn't mean that you're not interacting with people. But the purpose of doing banishing work, it has nothing to do getting rid of somebody out your life. It's for you to have the ability to send away any unclean energy or frequency out of your temple. To keep you in harmony with your spirit or your gods or your goddess, so they can work through you in your temple. So your disciples, which are your thoughts, can flow through your temple, which is your pineal gland. Then you can send out your angels, which is your ashe, out of your mouth, which is what? The mouthpiece of God. Every aspect of your body is the temple. And you're releasing energy. And if that temple is not clean, then everything you do, when you do your money work, when you do your love work, when you do your reversal work, all that is tainted if you have allowed the wrong priest. The wrong priest. The Bible said that the high priest, one priest should go in and make the sacrifice. You know how many people that you don't let make a sacrifice on your nganga? You know how many people that you have allowed them to spill their seed on in your temple? And you have not done a cleansing. When I told you guys about my oil, because I think I got 11 left, I wasn't going to make it no more. But I told you guys about banishing curses, and y'all look at me crazy, and it's like, oh, okay, Apostle Ela. No, you don't understand. Your temple has to be clean for your ancestors to use you, for the Orishas to use you, for the Loas to use you, for the Nkisi to use you. This is why we do all those extensive cleaning, because if your temple is not sanctified, and therefore the spirit will not come in. And when they see all this blood that is defiled, this is why in the culture they don't want you to anything that is maimed or scarred. They don't want those type of animals, huh? Oh, this is maybe a little bit too deep for some of y'all. You think that every priest cannot make sacrifices for you. They cannot make sacrifice for your nganga. Huh? A voodoo priest have no business making a sacrifice to your Orishas. An Orisha priest has no business making sacrifices to the Loa. That is a separate and distinct offering. If you're doing root work, you know what you need to be sacrificing for. Huh? When we are doing this spirituality, it is too many of you guys, you're not guarding your center. You're not served. If you're going to be intimate with somebody, you got to know what type of priest. And guess what? At the very least, if you're going to mess with them anyway, get you a spray bottle, make you order you a cleanser, get you a Tata, a Mumbo, or some kind of priest to give you a cleanser and spray them down. Before you get into this good, we got to cleanse. I don't even care if you don't believe. You're not getting none of this unless you do some type of cleansing. Now, if you're not going to do a bath with me, then you are going to, at the very least, let me spray you down. Because I can't let that energy and that kind of energy in my temple. Because that's going to affect my ancestors and any other spirit that work alongside my temple. What's up there, Nisi? When we do banishing work, that's when Saturn becomes so effective in our life. Now, I wrote down here so I didn't forget. What time is it? You cannot banish and bind at the same time. I'm going to say that again. I don't care what you practice. What about a crystal? What you mean, Shamari? This is a black obsidian. That's the one we use for, this is a knife that I recently already got it consecrated. And I've been feeding it. And it's real strong. Because I'm doing some banishing work for some of my clients. They're trying to get rid of certain people and certain things. But I have to clean their temple. Y'all don't understand. You have to spend the money to get your temple clean. Because that's where you're going to get free. Whom the Son set free is free indeed. And then your spirits can freely flow through you. Your ideas, your inspirations, all of that. Once you get clear, you banish that stuff. But I put down here, you cannot banish and bind at the same time. Banish means driving something away. Binding means bringing something together. Some of you guys, you trying to get rid of the man on Monday, and by Wednesday, you binding him to you. Y'all, like a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When you make a decision as a grown man or grown woman, if you're not going to leave him alone, if you're not going to leave her alone, right? Because we're talking to grown people, right? If you know in your heart of hearts it's going to be ongoing, get you a powerful, strong cleanser. Spend the money. So you can cleanse yourself before and after. You can spray them down, because this probably a spray bottle will probably be more suitable and acceptable to them than actually trying to put them in the bath and do a cleansing on them. Okay? But you need to realize, and then cleanse your sheets, cleanse that area where you're going to be making the sacrifice. I'm gonna try to say this clean up, because kids might be what? I don't want no children on my lot. Wherever you're going to make the sacrifice of the spilling, you need to cleanse that area before and after. So your temple could be as clean as possible, because you're not going to get rid of them. To those that decide to say, you know what, I am cutting ties. You cannot cut cords if you do not clean your temple. Sir and ma'am, I'm talking to you gay, straight, and bi. Hear me out and hear me well. What's up there, Capricorn from Texas? Because no matter whether that person believes in what, they still a living soul and they carry energy. And you are giving them permission to be in your temple. Whether through the front door or the back door. You gave them permission, and their energy and all the spirits that come along with them are going to have access to your temple or your nganga or your pot. So I need you to understand that. And if he or she is stronger than you, they're going to dominate your temple. I'm going to say that again. If you allow a priest that is stronger than you into your nganga, and they are stronger than you, their energy and frequency, because energy follows path of least resistance, they're going to dominate your temple. In the story, I don't care. Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Ifa, sir and ma'am. The stronger frequency dominates the atmosphere. That's right. The energy lingers. Not only the energy, but I want y'all to understand this. If you are being that intimate and he's got into your Holy of Holies, that's where God lives. It's more than just energy. It's his spirits are inside your temple. And they done went beyond the veil. Y'all know why I need to bind them. He done went beyond the veil. That's why you don't have, that's when they use the term, I don't care if you gay. If you let him go behind the veil, you're not going to be cognizant. They call it, you done lost your mind. They call it dickmatized. Call it what you will, sir and ma'am. Once they have gone beyond the veil, their spirit is released. Their sacrifice has been released behind the veil. That's why they tell you to wrap it up. Because any of his DNA that is released behind that veil, he's going to dominate your temple. He's going to dominate your nganga. End of story. Truth, brother. I know for a fact you're 100% correct. This is deep. I'm glad I found you. Oh, it's deeper than what I'm talking about. Wait till we get in my classes. I want to show you the reason. I want you to have a more sober-minded understanding. It's not this breaking the cords and, I'm going to do a cutting. No, it's deeper than that, depending on how intimate y'all done been. It depending on whether that was a priest or a high priest that passed in your nganga. Because some of y'all just like, he fine or she fine or whatever. But what type of spiritual person or what kind of priest is this? What kind of spirits that follow them? Because remember, we all got orishas and spirits that come to this earth plane with us. So I don't care if they in this or not in there, they still got spirits. I don't care if they're white, black, mixed, cripple, it don't matter. Everybody got spirits. Everybody got ancestors. And when you are, and you're not cleansing yourself and you're not guarding your temple, that's why my Nganga stays in a certain place. That's why we call it sacred. That's why people, if I can get people to understand why we use the term sacred and that they start respecting sacred. I sent a cash app yesterday for a cleansing candle. All right, that's smart. Smart. Let me tell y'all something. Yes, camphor can cleanse. But if it is not prepared by a priest or priestess that understands what is going on in your temple, then how can they effectively banish or cut the cord when that could be more than one spirit that was released inside of that temple? Remember in the scripture it said when you cast out a spirit, and when his spirit come back and nobody's in the temple, he brings back 7 more spirit more wicked than he is. How many other spirits are housing? Because you did not guard your Nganga, you did not guard your spirit, you did not guard your temple, your sacred space. Now you got all these other spirits running rampant and interfering in your process. And you want to spend a little bit of money to get rid of those spirits. It don't work like that. Celibacy is right for me at this point. I don't have time to be playing around. Let me tell y'all something. We can use, the point is, you need to be a responsible grown man or woman when it comes to your temple. End of story. It don't matter whether you Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria. When it comes to your spiritual tools, you should be a responsible man, grown man, that you understand that's my sacred anthem, that's my sacred pot, or that's my, some of y'all got Bibles, you don't even know where they at, because even your Bible ain't sacred to you. You don't realize my energy is upon that. That's sacred. If I touch that, if I work with that, it is sacred. I don't want when I work with my tools or making my incense, everybody ain't touching my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. I don't want your energy. Let me tell y'all something. I have a team that works with me that I even trust. Like literally trust. But I don't let them touch certain things because I don't want their type of energy on certain things. There's certain things I asked Brother Minister Mario to pray about or touch. You know why? Because of the energy he has. And there's other things I don't touch that. Because of the energy he has. That's that he has Saturn in his he's a Capricorn, and then his moon is in air. His moon is in Aquarius. Saturn energy is for banishing, driving away, removing, taking the momentum out of something. Mars is about bringing momentum there. When you want to stop a spell, you take the momentum, you take the fire, you take the voltage out of, you ground the energy. That's Saturn. Saturn bring that ship all the way down. It lose all velocity. But when you trying to build up momentum and build up a stride, you don't want Saturn, because Saturn is going to come in there and take that energy away. You ain't trying to do that. When you trying to banish something from your life, that's when you work on Saturdays. That's when you trying to get rid of something. But when you know you ain't, because you know what? I'm dealing with grown people. Y'all don't like to tell the truth. Y'all don't like to tell the truth. You mad, but you ain't through. You frustrated, but you ain't through. As my grandma used to say, your belly ain't full. But some of y'all got so many spirits on the inside of you from all these multiple partners. Some of y'all got so many spirits on y'all from having all these different tatas and mumbos and hoogans, and you got all these people that you don't allow to go beyond the veil. And all of their spirits are there. And you wonder why you confused. You wonder why you ain't things, because these spirits warn with these spirits, because these spirits don't get along with them spirits, because you don't think. Because you think it's just about being spiritual. Or you just think it's about, oh, let me go over here to the river. Well, Why are you mixing river with ocean water? The graveyard work one way, the crossroad work another. You don't respect these spirits in their own spaces. You mix and mingle because in your pot, you let men mix and mingle. In your pot, whether you gay, straight, or bi, if you don't have no kind of respect for your own sacred pot, you don't care about who touching off on your pot. And therefore, all them spirits, you want somebody like me to come and clean house. You got about 400, like you have a Mexican spirit. You got about 30,000 people in that one room. You got 30,000 spirits. Because you don't went from one person to the next person to the next person. You don't let this person lay hands on you. You don't let that person lay hands on you. You don't let that person lay hands on you. You don't let that person scratch you. You don't let you let that person initiate you. You don't let that person. Do these spirits even get along? You can literally get initiated from two different people and they spirits do not get along. And now there's a war going on in your temple called your body. And now you having health issues because now you have not respected your temple. And to ask your ancestors, do you want this person's spirits in my temple? Do you want this person's spirits around your temple? Because they the one got to function through your temple. What's up there on Dow? Cancer from Texas. My ex of 10 years drained the life out of me. I started on a spiritual journey. Child, they sucked the life out of me. I hope this is really. Listen, if cutting clear spells were so simple, people would be free of those spirits a long time ago. It's not that simple. And stop allowing people to make y'all think that this spiritual journey stuff is that cut and dry. It's not. Especially when they have spilled blood. Okay, let me say it like that. Especially when y'all have birthed something from the Nganga called the child. His spirit ain't going nowhere. If there's a child that have been birthed from that Nganga, that man's spirit ain't never going nowhere. You can banish all you want. Banish. Cleanse. All you can do is cleanse yourself of his energy. But his energy is going to be around you. Because it's in that child. Her energy is going to be around you because it's in that child. Like some of this stuff is stupefied. That's in my humble opinion. If you don't want a certain spirit in your life or around your child, do not birth from your Nganga. If you don't want me as a godchild, don't scratch me on your printer. You understand? I'm trying to make it simple. Whether it's from a spiritual perspective, whether it's a natural perspective. The safest way to be able to banish somebody out your life is do not birth or be scratched. But once you have taken that, hey, it is what it is. Now you got to maintain and you got to bring harmony. That's what your next job is. Now I got to harmonize this energy or find the best way to create harmony. Resonating, this is hitting home to me. Goodness mercy. And you know why I'm saying this? Because a lot of us get scratched first, we birth first, and then we ask questions last. Then we go to the ancestors. You did that all wrong. And society have allowed you to feel like it's better for you to be intimate with somebody than to understand them. And that's why you're messing up. Figure out, can I deal with the spirits of that house? That's why I tell people, oh, can I be in your church? Can I join your church? No, I don't know. Because I don't know if you can deal with me. You need to see if you can deal. When you talk to your ancestors and you ask them, can they ride with me? Because I'm something else. Like, I'm very fair with people. Bang, I just earned my PhD today, my student. Oh, thank you. She just said, Kim Johnson said she just earned her PhD today. My student loan payment is yours. Thank you. You never know. My cousin said, I'm telling y'all, I am very sincere when I tell you guys, educate. Stop putting the onus on other people to tell you what's right from wrong. Know enough about who you are. I don't care what you practice. You are doing yourself a disservice if you don't understand your energy as a Taurus, as a Gemini, as a Sagittarius. I'm telling y'all, look at my manifestation. Look at the way I'm able to defend myself spiritually. At least you should listen in at me. At least say, you know what? At least if his enemy come out against you, he able to defeat his enemy. Like, I'm not a sickly. I overcome my trials. I'm telling you, because I understand my energy as a Sagittarius, my moon, Aries, and my rising sign Pisces, the Holy Trinity, that's what gets, that determines whether I'm going to work hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Palo. That lets me know what I'm going to be working with my ancestors. Let me tell y'all something. This is so important. Do not let any priest that is not clean. Listen, I even get dirty, but I keep myself clean. I'm going to say it again. What's up, Monique Brown? That's why I have certain cleansers that even when I get ready to come on live, whatever, I cleanse myself. When I'm getting ready to go out the house, I cleanse myself. When I'm leaving the house, I have cleanser at the church. I have cleanser in my car. When I'm traveling, I always have cleansers because a good priest or priestess is going to keep themselves as clean as they can. That is, I don't care if you practicing voodoo, Santeria, it don't matter, sir and ma'am. And it's not just about being intimate with people. When you are in the company of people in certain percentage, you're sharing energy. Cleanse yourself. I don't even care if you like them. Still cleanse yourself. After y'all get through eating, cleanse yourself. Because you're exchanging energy. And you don't know what that person is going through or been through. That makes sense. When I tell you guys about supporting Apostle Ely, it costs a lot of revenue to do what I'm doing and to help people and to bring you accurate information and for something you to go back and study for yourself. And that's why I tell you, the reason why I still deal with the Bible, even though I'm in the ATR, because I know that where they got their information, it came out of Egyptology. So I know how to rightly divide the word of truth. I know how to go in that Bible and see the science of African tradition and work it. That's why I don't throw away the Bible. That's why I don't throw away Christianity. I don't practice Christianity the way the slave masters taught it, but I practice Christianity because I understand Christianity is about all is mind. So a man thinketh, when you energy follow thought, all of that I can deal with that. Tesla's law, that's all of that is in Christianity. There's so much power in stuff if you know what you're looking for and you understand it. But a lot of you guys do not benefit off of Saturn energy. And Saturn is there to bring structure to your life. And you can't build without structure. You can't stay happy without structure. You can't stay healthy without foundation. And that's what Capricorn brings. That's what Aquarius brings. Ideas, inventions, creativity. Instead of you stressing yourself out, you need to understand what Saturn brings. Stop running from Saturn. Yes, Saturn gonna beat your ass, especially when you're not lining up to what your purpose is. If you are an emotional sign, water sign, I'm talking about Cancer, I'm talking about Scorpio, I'm talking about Pisces, then Capricorn brings your emotions into order where you're not all over the place, not feeling all over the place, bringing your empathic abilities in scope. It's to your benefit. Especially you air signs. I'm talking about Libra. I'm talking about Aquarius. I'm talking about Gemini. Capricorn, Saturn, align your thoughts. Make them laser focused. You're no longer all the way over there. You're not all the way over there. Now you are focused on one thing. And now you can manifest. You're no longer double-minded. That makes sense? I would rather have profound truth no matter how the facts are delivered. That's some wisdom now. Karen said, yes, the Bible is coded. But if you don't understand the mysteries, just like when a man doesn't understand the mysteries of the cat, chaos. Where men mess up with women is they keep forgetting that women come from chaos energy. And if you don't understand feminine energy, you're not going to be able to take your masculine energy or your electrical energy and bring, because that's the whole concept of the pentagram. That is feminine energy, which is Venus on the outside, and that center is that electric energy, and that's where you charge everything from the center. That's what the man, the woman surrounds the man, the universe, and it creates the electrical charge, which is the light, and then directs that energy. That's the phallus. Whether it's this, you cannot send energy without masculine energy, or this, huh? Now y'all might like, you pick your size, but you need one of these. But you better make sure that wand is clean and not unclean. This is a wand that is ruled by Saturn and Mars. So I can use this today too. Okay? Remember, when you're binding something, you're bringing something to you. When you're banishing something, you're driving it away. Do not be out here banishing your finances. Do not banish a man or woman out of your life that they are part of your financial revenue. Do not cut the hand that feeds you. Do not be stupid because you mad. I'm not going to banish UPS when I know UPS is a part of my financial flow. Sir, that woman is the reason why you got to play. What is you banishing for? Because some of y'all be talking about, oh, negativity. Well, instead of banishing that negative man, just cleanse. Because that negative man is still a part of how you get your bills paid. Like, there's no sense of being stupid. Like, I don't understand how y'all using magic and working your own magic against your own self. You banishing your children out of your household and the children help you pay the bills. It don't make no sense to me. You should know based off your own circumstances whether you need to do a cleansing or banishing. Emotional decisions carry the most weight and pain. Exactly. Do not run from Capricorn. Do not run from Saturn energy. This is a day that you want to come to some conclusion. I need structure in my life. I need balance in my life. I need foundation. The reason why a lot of you guys are disturbed, full of anxiety and frustrated, because you don't have you're not standing on a solid foundation. You from this to that, you don't know who telling you the truth. It sound good, you think it's the truth. It feel good, you think it's the truth. You don't have a real foundation by which you stand. I'm not out here just getting initiated. I have a foundation by which I believe and stand on. That's why you keep hearing me say, no matter how many times I done got initiated, I still say I'm Apostle Ely. People come on here and say, oh, are you a Tata? I'm Apostle Ely. Do you practice voodoo? Yes. Are you? I'm Apostle Ely. Learn that lesson the hard way. I'm Cancer. I know that right. Huh? Why is it that no matter, it's like when you go, say for instance, you going to school. You going to school. And you going to school to be a doctor. Every class you take, every day you wake up, every book you buy, every test you take is for the higher goal. Because the goal is for you to become a doctor, have your own practice and, etc. Spirituality is the same way. When you understand your destiny, everything you do and say is building you towards the end goal. When you are all over the place, why do you need to be initiated and you're never going to serve the practice? You're never going to serve the people. Why? Like, why do you got a license as a cosmetologist and you ain't gonna do nobody hair? Make it make sense. Why do I need to become a mechanic and I don't want to work on cars? I don't even fix my own cars. I have no desire to be a mechanic. I hate putting up the bunk bed when my kids were small. I don't like assembling stuff. I do it if I have to put something together, normally I'm pissed. And I'm trying to prove a point. But me personally, just to get up and try to assemble something together, Doing a puzzle? Absolutely not. That ain't my thing. You talking about putting a potion together, fixing a calendar, going to... Now, that's my stuff. That's why everything I invest in is on those lines. And that's what Saturn do. It brings you into order and structure. And so everything you do from the time you start spending your time, energy, and money, it is all leading you to your destiny. You should never be out of alignment with your destiny, especially if you let Capricorn handle your business. Thank you so much. I'm glad we found each other. You found Mr. Goodbar. Stick around. I need to meet you. Huh? When I'm explaining this to you guys. You spend your time, energy, and money. And like, I'm 49. I'm going to say something because I don't know if y'all want to read it or whatever. But I am 49 years old. I'm in a cycle. That's why I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to where I am in my life. That's based off of decisions I need to make. When you are operating in Capricorn, Capricorn rules time. Some of y'all do not manage time well. And the reason why some of y'all are frustrated, y'all off time. Y'all either too early or too late. Huh? Why you can't be on time? Synchronicity. Capricorn governs time. A part of your spirituality is going to be about you managing time. I don't care what you practice. And when you what happens when you off? You mess up everything. There's a certain time to cook a meal. There's a certain time you got to go to a water. There's a certain time you got to go to the cemetery. Certain times you got to practice palo. Certain times you got to do this and do it. You got to understand all that stuff if you're going to be a practitioner and a spiritual on your spiritual journey. You have to respect Father Time. That's Capricorn. Punctuality. I'm very off on time, but I'm going to get back right. But I'm telling you, Saturn will help you, but you ain't gonna like it how Saturn do it, because Saturn don't want to hear your excuses. A lot of y'all, especially if you grew up in the church, you think your excuses and you can do stuff when you feel like it, and that is, sir, ma'am, that is not the truth. I don't care what your tata say, I don't care what your mama say, I don't care what your madrina, your pastor, your apostle say. You do not run time. Capricorn, Saturn run time. That is what God gave Capricorn. And on Saturday, that's who boss. Now, whether you waste time, that's your business. Whether you are always behind time, that's your business. Whether you always before time, that's your business. But I'm telling you, you could benefit off of Saturn if you understood what Saturn brings. And when Saturn returns at the age of 30, my oldest son gonna be turning 30. Wait a minute. He already done turned 30. Yeah, he done turned 30. Saturn return ain't nothing to play with. All that procrastination, Saturn gonna whoop your ass. All of you that is doing what you want and you're out of alignment with it, that's why you think somebody working witchcraft, sorcery, and hexing you. No, that's Saturn. Because that's Saturn's job, to make sure that you're on time for your destiny. And the reason why a lot of you guys are having it hard, it's not because God hates you. It's because you don't like to do right. You don't learn your life lessons, and Saturn's not going to promote you until you are actually learning what you're supposed to learn. That's why they call him the taskmaster. Shamar said, I don't forget the birthday. All right. I hope this helped. To all of you that are going to be joining my classes, my beginner class is going to be $175 donation. The intermediate class is going to be $275, and then the advanced class is going to be $375. But it has to be 10 people in each class for me to actually do those classes. So that's what I'm waiting on. Being hard-headed and not listening. Listen, at the end of the day, I tell people I'm a Sagittarius. It's your life. It doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to tell you as a spiritualist and somebody that practices the ATR, if they're not telling you that this stuff matters, you can call it karma. You can call it whatever you want to, because Saturn governs that as well. What goes around comes around. You're going to reap what you sow. You can use whatever term, philosophy, genre you want to. At the end of the day, it ain't going to change. It's not going to change. It don't matter if you're a Christian. It don't matter if you're voodoo or something. It don't matter if you practice nothing but dark arts. It's still it's applicable to each and every person. It's not going to change. Your Mercury in Capricorn means that you speak very pragmatic, and your Venus in Capricorn means that when it comes to the laws of attraction, you're attracted to people and status. And if you want anything deeper than that, go to and get a consultation, because I can really get into your cranium. I already signed up. Absolutely. Listen, you're going to have all of those Orishas and no victory. You're going to have all them pots and no victory. You're going to have all them crystals and no victory. You're going to have all of them Bible verses and degrees from Bible college and no victory. If you want your life to rise, because Capricorn is about status, but Capricorn is in the scripture. I always say Capricorn is like this. God is a rewarder of him that diligently seeks. When you put the work in, Capricorn, Saturn is going to reward you. If you don't do the work, Saturn is not going to promote you. It's on the community page. Yeah. So you ready? I'm just here to tell y'all, this is why this stuff is important. And it's not just about going to somebody and spending money. It's about understanding what you're participating in and why you're doing it. Stop just going to, Lord, work on you. Gay, straight, or bi. Work on you. Let Capricorn get rid of the stuff that ain't serving you. And be grown enough to get. You ever seen a grown up with a child's toy? You see how silly you look? Some of y'all around here grown as hell and you got teenage jobs. You got jobs. You are working a job that belongs to somebody that's staying home with their mama. You got a job that belongs to somebody that that's in college. You don't have no grown up. You need a grown up income. And the only way you gonna get that is because Saturn gonna make you grow up. Saturn is the father. It's about the discipline. And that's what a lot of y'all, that's why some of y'all are talking about, oh, I don't want to deal with, you're going to deal with it one way or the other. All right? I hope this helped. If you cash out, if you want me to do a reading or what have you, I'll do that. But if you want to support my ministry, I appreciate anything that you give. If you want me to do a reading, it's a $20 donation, and you got to post your zodiac sign. But I got stuff I'm going to be doing today, but I just want to come on here and give y'all some more clarity. You're not learning spirituality. You're learning how, okay, I'm going to say it like this. When you are learning how your mama or daddy cook, you're only learning how they go in the kitchen and utilize it. That doesn't mean that you understand culinary. That don't mean that. Because you're doing your sister hair does not make you a beautician. Some of y'all not learning spirituality. You're learning how somebody else do root work. You're learning about how somebody else do a candle. You're learning how somebody else does a pati pimba. You're learning how somebody else engage. You don't understand the ashe. You don't understand the prana and the chi. Because you won't do the work. Starts with self. They're not going to tell you that because they're making money off of you, and you're not going to grow up. You're never going to graduate, and you're never going to get the degree or the job or the company so you can get what you done invested in your education. The whole purpose of going through the physical school is to get a job or start a business. So whatever you invested time and energy in that education, that you get that out of that and some. Because you should end up in a surplus. When you're investing in your spirituality, it is going to give back to you. You should at no time not be benefiting from what you are investing in your spirituality. I don't care how, I tell y'all how much money I spend, but I also tell you I have never given and not gotten back. I don't care what I done spent, the spirit always give it back to me and some. You should always have reciprocity when it comes to your spiritual journey. God is not a cheat or a cheater. Whether that God is goddess or God. Whether it's ancestors, whether it's Loach and Kisi, whether it's reciprocity. It's universal law. They have to give back. They have to. They follow the rules and regulations. Some of y'all, I'm going to say this in my closing. Some of y'all, you cast your bread on the water. You did that right. But because you did not have patience, the Bible said, in not many days it shall return. You didn't have enough patience to wait. So when your return came, you weren't there to receive what you had cast on the water. I don't care what your tradition is. Some of y'all in such a rush and you move from place to place, and then the very thing you done asked for is done showed up and you ain't nowhere to be seen. Because you in such a rush. He said, cast your bread upon the water, and not many days it shall return. You ain't got enough patience to wait on your own investment. I'm done. Guard your center, sir and ma'am. Do not let nobody go in there and get behind it, sir. You gonna let him go behind the veil. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Ma'am, you gonna let him go behind the veil. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. And if you ain't done, do not banish. Do not ask a spiritual practitioner to banish. Because now when I send him or her away, you're going to be running behind them. And that's stupid. Alright? Thank you, sir and ma'am. I hope you guys, I'm trying to show y'all that most of these people that you talking to can't teach you this because they don't know. They don't know. They can tell you only the tradition. They can't tell you magic. I practice magic. Once again, you came in and you said, how do I cleanse? That leads me to believe that you're a professional and that you understand. So if you know how to cleanse, then I can tell you, you can get camphor, you can get black soap. So I know that means that you know how to invoke spirits, you know how to call on your ancestors, you know how to banish that stuff away once you remove negativity or negative spirits. You know how to entrap spirits. So you are already at that point, or you need to be going to my website or somebody else's website, hopefully mine, and get my cleansers or order a consultation. Y'all come and ask these ridiculous questions. I know you don't mean no harm, but you ask ridiculous questions. Like, if I don't know how to do electrical work, why I'm over there messing with the wires? I'm not an electrician. When you come here, I have a platform. I have a website. Go on there. There's a lot of stuff you can order out there. Palo Santo. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. I'm out. Quest Dreams. Kim Johnson. Shamari. Exclusive K. Karen. Shamari, Monique Brown. Tattoo. Is that Celia Brown? Oh, Monique Brown. Okay, same person. Kim Johnson. McDowell. A. Johnson. A. Banishing. Nisi Smith, son of Ochosi, Mama Susan, Sister Jackie Sent, Darius. Oh, got me a Libra in here. BK718. Sister Brickhouse, Cartwright, Unveiling, Alone, Unveiling. Kimberly Dawkins, Jelly Sweets, Erica, Karen O'Brien, Quest, and Minister Mario. I hope I didn't forget nobody. Oh, you did? Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got to take care of that stuff. All right, guys.